200 grams of Kent pumpkin. We just put it into the tray. I find with vegetables, the best thing to do is just treat them with simplicity. All they really need is a drizzle of olive oil and sea salt. And what happens is they caramelize in the oven and all those beautiful sugars come out and you get this crispy skin. And with pumpkin especially, you get that honey flesh in the middle. It's just gorgeous. You're halfway there. To that, I'm going to add a very generous pinch of sea salt. Don't be shy. Vegetables love salt. A good glug of olive oil. And then I'm just going to add some chopped rosemary to this tray. Rosemary works beautifully with pumpkin, so you only need a couple of sprigs here. Just going to chop it finely. And we just throw that straight into our baking tray. And we just use our hands to mix it all together. You want to coat all those pumpkin pieces with some olive oil and some salt. And I forgot the pepper. That's the important part. Okay, we're going to pop that into a 200-degree oven for about 40 minutes. We want that skin nice and crispy and golden, and we want that honey flesh on the inside. Our roasted pumpkin's almost ready, so I'm going to get that pasta on. Just add a pinch of sea salt to your water because you want to season that pasta. And today I'm going to be making my bake with some gluten-free pulse pasta. This is fantastic. It's made of pulses like lentils and chickpeas, so it's really high in fibre and protein, a more nutritious option. So we're going to use 2 packets for our bake. And I'm going to cook that for about 6 minutes. I still want it quite al dente because it's going to bake again in the oven. Has been cooking for 6 minutes, so I'm just going to pull it out and we're going to add it directly to our tray from the pot. The reason I'm doing this is I want to capture all that beautiful starchy pasta water. It's going to help loosen our mixture and create a nice beautiful sauce. Okay, here it goes. And now to this we're going to add some peas. Now you can either use fresh or frozen peas, either or is fine. Peas and pumpkin are beautiful together. And my favourite part, the goat's cheese. So just crumble that in with your fingers. Now, if you don't have goat's cheese, you can also use feta. Any sort of salty, soft cheese works beautifully here. We're going to add some creme fraiche for some creaminess. A little grating of nutmeg, just straight over the top. Nutmeg and pumpkin are best friends. And now I'm just going to toss that all together. You can just use 2 spoons here. That creme fraiche will start to melt into the pasta and create a beautiful sauce. Okay, I'm just going to add a little more starchy pasta water to my mixture because I want to loosen it up a bit. So just use your judgment here. If you think it needs to be a little more runny, just keep adding some starchy water. It'll make a huge difference. And it's all starting to come together nicely now. It's nice and creamy. Just going to smooth that out. And to finish, we're going to top our bake with some parmigiano. Be very generous. Now that tray goes back in the oven for about 20 minutes. We want the cheese to melt so it becomes all gooey in the centre and crunchy on top. Our pasta bake's ready and you can see all those beautiful contrasting textures and colours here. I love the crunchy bits in the corner, so let's dig in and see what it tastes like. Oh, you can see that beautiful softened pumpkin there. I think I might grab some peas too. I love the sweetness of that roasted pumpkin and those beautiful sweet peas against the earthiness of the pulse pasta. It just works so beautifully together. Vegetarian dinners do not need to be boring. This is a delicious midweek meal.